I used to be the good wife in the beginning of my marriage, and we had a lot of problems. And then I started being a bitch and just saying it like it is, being very direct and forward, not even caring if it was feminine or not feminine, and just saying it. And my husband started worshiping the ground that I walk on.
That was Mina Irfan. She goes by the name Universe Guru online. She gives women advice on business, how to be feminine, as well as relationship advice. Mina Irfan is 43 years old, once married, and she had children out of that marriage. She later went on to remarry to her current rich husband, who she also has children with. During her marriage, she decided to open her YouTube channel, where she first started out as a shopping haul YouTuber and later on went to give women life advice, telling women how to get a provider man, how to be more feminine, and selling them courses.
Not only are you applying lotion and moisturizing your body, but maybe you're saying some loving affirmations to yourself as you're doing that. Maybe you're really noticing every nook and cranny of your body as you're applying that lotion. Now you've transformed kind of like the grooming part of it into self-care.
Okay, that's pretty basic advice. Nothing wrong with it, just not groundbreaking.
And if you wanted more information and kind of wanted to deep dive into that, I have a whole program in the Goddess package on self-care and grooming.
Goddess package? So her selling point for her course is that she'll teach you how to put on lotion in a feminine manner? So how much is she charging for that? Enroll in the Ultimate University bundle for the entire Inner Work curriculum. It's like getting the Universe Guru Spiritual PhD. Spiritual PhD? Get lifetime access to all of Mina Irfan's current and future program selection for one insanely discounted price. What's the insanely discounted price? Oh, just a modest sum of $30,000. And apparently, normally it's worth $50,000. But don't worry, if you can't afford that, you can make payments for the modest sum of $11,000 each.
Beautiful ladies, haven't taken many courses with Mina, please know that the price of the program serve you. I actually pay more for the things now knowing I receive at the level that I invest. Girl, yes, and my programs are actually encoded with this energy. I grid my courses with this energy that every dollar that you spend comes back to you 11 folds.
Whew, for a second there, I thought her course didn't have the energy encoded in the vibration.
Anyone that touches or comes close to the energy of my business has to encode that in their vibration, that everything I spend, everything I give, I get 11 folds back.
It's fine. Not only is the course spiritually encrypted with woo-woo doo-doo, but she says that you'll manifest that $11,000 back.
People will buy my courses and then email me saying, oh my God, like I bought your course and manifested $40,000, manifested this, even payment plans. So many of our clients that sign up on a payment plan will email us saying, can I pay this off in full now? I actually manifested the money out of nowhere, like out of this or that, right? That's why this work is life-changing. The price does actually serve you. Thank you for saying that, Misty, because that is true.
So is that a manifest guarantee, or do you just lose your money? Mina is not the only femininity guru to do this. There are a lot of them on YouTube where they utilize their YouTube channel to sell you an overpriced course. Shira7, who I've covered on my YouTube channel before, falls under this femininity sphere as well.
What are my thoughts on short guys? Do they have long money?
Though Shira gave pathological advice like a lot of these femininity YouTube gurus, at least her advice on how to be a cold-blooded gold digger was free. Meanwhile, Mina charges thousands of dollars to give this mind-blowing advice.
What men are naturally, men and women will naturally, human instinctively consider attractive is based on our evolutionary history. And it comes down to one thing and one thing only when we're speaking about women, right? This is the kind of the big umbrella thing, and that is health. Health. So to me, beauty is health.
Just take my money, all $11,000 of it. It's on sale after all. You can definitely tell that she's marketing to women. We love anything with the word sale in it. If you do the girl math, it's not actually $30,000. It's on sale, and it's $11,000 each time. Please note that private coaching is not included in the university bundle. However, they are offered at a discounted price to university bundle students. I love how she doesn't even personally coach you for the $50,000. She just upsells you into buying private courses separately. $50,000 to be more feminine? PhD university, selling courses, making money through referring people. Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, Andrew Tate's Hustler University. Instead of spending $50,000 to get scammed, you could spend a lot less by buying soap from Reed Street Soap. If you buy the soap bar, you'll probably manifest all your money back anyway. Reed Street also sells candles now. There's a bimbo one, and there's also a pumpkin one, and we have a few more that we're working on designing together. I love the way that this one smells. It smells exactly what it says on the label. It's very jasmine. It's very like, I'm in a clean garden. This one has glitter in it. Michelle, who is one of the two owners, it's a couple that runs this small business. She made this soap in memory of her mom, and I really think that she did an outstanding job on it. Recently, she made this bar as well. It's a Texas bar, a Texas flag. I don't know if I'm holding it the right way. Yes, I've been living here for a few years. I don't know how she did it, but it definitely smells Texan. It kind of smells like whiskey and fun. Visit reedsoap.shop to get your Halloween candles, including the bimbo candle, which is pink, or to get yourself some soap. Everyone needs soap. Reed Street Soap. Very yeehaw. Now back to the video. What's with these prices? Not only are they insanely expensive, but the numbers are seemingly random. 5555, 3333. Like, it visually looks ugly and comes across as very scammy. How about before you charge $5,555 for a course, that you get the thumbnail to look like it's not uploaded from a potato? And then a lot of them have the same thumbnail too. You couldn't afford to hire a graphic designer when you're making that much money. It just looks so crusty and scammy. People are paying $4,444 to quote timeline and quantum jump. What the hell is in these lessons?
And I'm actually teaching a lot of this stuff in depth on how to be a bitch and how to transform your love life and your relationships and your life in general in my new course. I call it the Savage Feminine because a lot of people in my real life say I'm very savage, and so that's where the inspiration and name came from. But if I had another name for that course, it would be How to Be a Bitch, because that's actually what I'm teaching you. And it is in kindness and in sacred service that more women step up in their goddess energy. And even if we are perceived as bitches, that's our power.
So apparently, if you want to learn how to be a bitch and step into your quote goddess energy, and also speak to Mina's mother, you have to pay over $2,000. Well, she's certainly embodying what she teaches.
So when I say the word bitch, to me, that is just like a expression of my goddess energy. Who I was authentically was a very honest, straightforward, tell it like it is, blunt kind of a woman, right? And the kind of woman that most people in our society would call a bitch, right? Like, at my core, that's just who I am.
Scamming women of thousands of dollars in hopes that they will become more womanly is about as honest as a Nigerian prince email. If that's what she calls being honest, then I can see why society would call that being a bitch.
I honestly don't care who I trigger, but I came here on this planet to have a certain kind of life experience. I'm gonna live my best life. I'm going to have money. I'm gonna buy nice things. I love shopping. I married a provider. I am all the things that I am, and I do.
If you spend thousands of dollars, you too can be like Mina and find a provider man. But first, you have to provide for her so that she can go shopping with your money. Trust me, you providing for her as a woman is making you more feminine as we speak. If her intent truly was to help as many women as possible, she would not be charging this much, no matter how good her advice actually is. Or how good she thinks it is. Dr. K, a popular Twitch streamer and therapist, has coaching under his company called Healthy Gamer. And his company charges $30 per coaching session, and you actually get to interact with the person coaching you. Even just getting therapy is a lot cheaper. Even back when Jordan Peterson offered his advice for his patrons, he wasn't charging nearly as much as Mina. According to people who actually did this and also the Internet Archives, it was only like $100. offers. And to top it off, Mina not only charges a lot, but she also manufactures demand. She creates a sense of urgency by saying there's only a, quote, limited amount of spots for a limited amount of time.
I hope I can see you in Lisbon. Hey, Ren, I would love to have you. Spots are very limited. So if this is calling out to you, now is the time to sign up. You can go ahead and click the description box and you can email my team for the payment link. I also posted it in my private Facebook group for 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs. We also emailed it out yesterday.
It's not like an actual product is going out of stock and genuinely there's a demand. This is something that she pulled out of her ass. She's basically selling you really expensive pre-recorded YouTube videos that are recorded for a general audience and then charging the price to an amount that somebody giving one-on-one coaching would never have the audacity to charge, let alone the audacity to upsell you on her courses for you to waste more of your money on.
It's called $1 Million Manifesting Babes, and it's 12 different workshops with workbooks and homework and techniques and things that you can do. Lots of content in there, and currently it's on flash sale for $111 off. If you are a advanced level manifester and you want to go deeper, you want a quantum leap, you want a wormhole, I highly recommend my Manifest course. It is the most potent work that I've ever taught and practiced in my life around manifestation. It is truly next level.
There's a reason that she's allowing it in payments and saying it's on sale. It's to make it seem more affordable so that you'll buy it. If you can't afford to pay the $30,000 up front, then you just can't afford it, period. By the way, if you're wondering what kind of women are buying this.
So I often work with women who are successful. These can be doctors, lawyers, business women, career women. They're very successful. They own their own properties. They own their own cars. They have bank balances. They have investments. And they will say, Mina, why do I care so much about wanting a relationship? It bothers me.
So she's preying on women who feel lonely, who feel masculine, that are girl bossing to buy her courses. To be fair, I've watched a lot of her content and she does have some good messaging. She talks about how women should date men who can actually afford to take care of them so that they can afford to take the time and effort in order to look beautiful for their husbands. And I think that that's a good point because beauty takes time, effort, and skill, and it's not free. Makeup alone costs a lot. I wrote a Substack article on how much makeup costs, so if you're curious, feel free to check that out. But imagine on top of spending that money, you have to go to work in order to make that money. You're going 50-50 paying the bills. You're getting stressed out from work. You don't have time to invest in learning or researching what looks good on you. You're cooking and then also potentially taking care of children. That's pretty unrealistic to do. You can't embody what femininity is if you're constantly in survival mode. You have to pick a struggle. But all things considered, even if Mina has something valuable to contribute, it's not really serving anybody if she's charging thousands of dollars for women to learn how to be more feminine. That doesn't make you in your feminine energy. That just makes you scammed. Speaking of feminine energy, Mina reminds me of this other YouTuber, Thewizardliz. She does a lot of videos on femininity and self-help.
So what is feminine energy? Feminine energy is an energy that is connected to the soul. Feminine energy is about flow, it's dynamic, it's nurturing, it's about receiving. Feminine energy just is all about feeling and the heart.
Recently, she made a video about breaking up with her boyfriend. There is nothing that I could possibly tell you that will appropriately prepare you for the reason why she chose to break up with her boyfriend.
Hi guys, my name is Liz and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's get into it. Why did I end my relationship? First of all, I was way too comfortable in the relationship, and I posted about this on TikTok and I said that I was way too comfortable, and then everybody was like, oh my god, you're so toxic, isn't that good being comfortable, blah blah blah.
Her reasoning for breaking up with him was that she was too comfortable. This is the same woman who teaches her female audience about how to be in their queen feminine energy. I'm pretty sure that being provided for and being comfortable is kind of a big part of femininity. Like imagine you're a homemaker and you're like, my house is too comfortable. That is literally the opposite of femininity.
Now for me, I literally have no motivation and no more passion for life, like at all. Because I literally, like, the amount of money even that I bled on the table, and I didn't do brand deals or I didn't do anything because I thought, whatever, it doesn't matter, I have my partner. That's what I mean. Like, I am not working towards my goals as hard as I should. And it infuriates me. I'm like, I don't have that fire anymore. And to be this comfortable, I don't like it.
Her problem is that her partner is too rich, that her boyfriend spoils her too much. You know, she speaks on how she's so feminine and in her queen energy.
So I used to be very always in my masculine energy, always chasing things, always trying to accomplish whatever. And you know what I've realized? Because being in your feminine basically means letting it flow, just receiving things and just being calm, nurturing, things like that, you know?
Meanwhile, she chose her career and getting sponsorships over her provider boyfriend. She didn't even have to pick. She could have did YouTube and also had a relationship. She literally is acting so much like a man that it ruined her relationship. You're not gonna believe this. Her partner also gives her too much attention.
Like in public, that even when I go to the mall, I call him and I'm constantly on the phone with him because I don't want to walk by myself. Meanwhile, before this relationship, I used to travel alone.
Ugh, a man making you feel safe in public? How unattractive. 8 months ago, she was literally saying the opposite, that she would not date a man who does not protect her or provide for her.
I'm attracted to money, I'm attracted to power, I am attracted to a man that is in his masculine energy and is willing to provide and protect. That is what I want in a man. I am truly telling you, if a man is not willing to provide for me, I would much rather date a woman.
If she were as feminine as she says on her YouTube channel, wouldn't she want to receive that protection and be provided for?
A woman becomes a queen when she's connected to her feminine energy. There is nothing more powerful than being connected to a feminine energy.
Guess she's not in her queen energy.
When people become way too comfortable in a relationship, they don't want to do anything anymore. That's why you see a lot of people, they stop looking after themselves, like they don't care about anything anymore because they think, oh, I just have my partner, I already have him, whatever, you know? And then the partner starts to lose attraction for the person, or the person starts to feel really bad about themselves and they become very insecure.
To me, it sounds like she just wants to make up problems. Like she needs to feel the thrill and the threat of her man going out there and flirting with women. She's gonna attract some really bad and potentially dangerous men with this mindset. When you get out of those situations, you're kind of used to this fight or flight. You're used to that toxicity that happens. It's kind of like drama happening. And then what happens is you leave that relationship, and when you enter a normal one, it seems boring. But it's probably not because the relationship is boring. It's because you're used to a toxic relationship that's not healthy for you. Having a toxic relationship where you're arguing and there's always drama and potentially dangerous things happening is an unhealthy pattern that you have to unlearn.
I'm at a point in my life where I wouldn't even date myself because I don't think I have a healthy pattern when it comes to dating, because I always put my partner first.
Yeah, she's got that right. She does not have a healthy pattern. But for her to say that the issue is that she's too good of a girlfriend is really laughable. What she's really saying is that her boyfriend was too good of a boyfriend. Tell me where in this video it seems like she put her partner first. She comes across as extremely selfish. She quit her relationship with her man in order to chase that bag.
Masculine energy is stable, productive, getting things done, chasing, getting after goals.
That's not very feminine, and chasing is a thing that guys do. Liz acts like she's reformed, but she doesn't really come across as feminine at all.
I used to be very always in my masculine energy.
Obviously, she has long hair and she dresses like a woman, but what I'm talking about is what she actually embodies and the actions that she is taking.
So what is feminine energy? It's dynamic, it's nurturing.
Does Liz come across as gentle or empathetic, or showing humility like a feminine woman would? Putting a sponsored ad in your breakup video does not come across as nurturing or empathetic to me.
I want to say a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
And a sponsorship for therapy from a company that many people say is very suspect and not very good. That is incredibly ironic. She also begins her breakup video smiling. It comes across like she's kind of happy that she's having this breakup. It's closer to the energy of somebody who's announcing that they just got engaged. It's very strange. Empathy is something that any decent person has, but it's especially something that a feminine woman would most definitely have. Liz presents as feminine, but she's really masculine. That same lack of empathy is why she's shocked that people in her comments have a negative reaction to her making this video. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna give Liz some credit. At least she was honest. She did not shed not a single fake tear. This reminds me of how Liz complains that the manosphere presents as masculine, but they really just act feminine and gossip a lot.
Let's talk about the alpha males. So the alpha males that all have a microphone and a podcast now. What is that? How much more feminine can you be than to gossip all day on a podcast and talk shit with your girls? That's what you guys are doing, talking shit with your girl.
Ironically, despite hating the manosphere, Liz would be the perfect option for them. She wants somebody that will give her that thrill and play games with her and give her a toxic relationship. And the manosphere loves cold-hearted gold diggers, especially ones that are trying to find themselves.
I miss myself. Like, I really miss myself. And I just want to know again what it's like to have that connection with myself, to not feel weird when I'm alone out in public, when I'm going alone to a restaurant or whatever. This is just a time for me to learn to be on my own again, to learn to love myself fully. Like every single morning now when I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, I love you. I say my name and I say, I love you. When you say that to yourself, like it brings tears to my eyes. Literally even saying that to myself. So for me, it's just like, I want to become my dream woman.
At least Mina embodies the femininity that she teaches. She even has women providing for her by buying her courses. I don't want people's takeaway from this video to be that spirituality is bad or that making money is bad, because there are good YouTubers out there that are genuinely trying to help people that don't refer to themselves as gurus. And they don't refer to themselves as any kind of master, and they just want to help out of the goodness of their own hearts.
Number one, beware of anybody who says they're spiritually enlightened, who says they're a master manifester, who says anything like that. That's so dumb. You know, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? That you just decide you want something and it shows up? Okay. Does this person have something they're selling you? That'd be the first thing that I would check out. The second you call yourself a master, you have just defined for yourself the fact that you are actually the lowest of the novices.
That's Maggie Murphy. She is a multi-millionaire business owner who tries to help people. And she speaks on spirituality and philosophy and has never asked anyone for anything. She narrated a book for her audience just for the sake of sharing knowledge called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. By applying the knowledge of this book in her late 20s, she was able to become successful, and that's why she did a free narration and commentary of it on YouTube.
In following the certain way, as described in the foregoing pages, you are getting continuous increase for yourself, and you are giving it to all with whom you deal, even if it be only the selling of a stick of candy to a little child. Put into it the thought of increase, and make sure that the customer is impressed with the thought. Convey the impression of advancement with everything you do, so that all people shall receive the impression that you are an advancing man, and that you advance all who deal with you, even to the people whom you meet in a social way, without any thought of business, and to whom you do not try to sell anything. Give the thought of increase. Do everything that you do in the firm conviction that you are an advancing personality, and that you are giving advancement to everybody.
The takeaway from that book is that you should make money by adding increase to the world, meaning you make money by doing things that are actually of value to others. Then you can help others by being rich, and then also making them rich as well.
Feel that you are getting rich, and that in so doing, you are making others rich, and conferring benefits to all.
The virtue of that is the complete opposite of Mina running an MLM bordering pyramid scheme to scam people. I say scam in the sense that you're definitely not getting something worth $50,000. The cost of what she's taking is a lot more than what she's giving, and that's not really adding increase. The only thing that's getting increase is Mina's own wallet. It's ironic that Maggie and Mina are the same age, yet Mina is giving out business advice on how to make money by taking people's money. Maggie was able to become a multi-millionaire without scamming people. There is a video where Maggie explains that she was in an unhealthy relationship, and because of that, she had to move away and restart her entire business.
I had some events with that guy that resulted in an abrupt change in living situation where I had to abandon the entire physical business I had been building for a year that was successful already. I had to just abandon everything, move 1,000 miles away to stay with my dad on the fly. Like, I literally drove to my dad's with a shirt on my back. In 3 months, I had the whole thing up and running again, back to being profitable in like 6 states away.
And she was still able to do it despite that obstacle, and it wasn't her only one. She explains in this video that she had to get a job at 28 years old and had a career shift.
4 months later, I was like completely broke. The business I was working on, I just like couldn't put in the required effort to do it. I ended up in this caregiver job for 4 months. I worked about 60 hours a week. Money just started kind of piling up. I got really comfortable. One day I was laying there on the couch and I was just like, this is not good. I'm not going anywhere. Like, this, my life, like I could stay here just indefinitely. This is not what I want for myself. And then a few weeks later, I got effectively fired from the job for sleeping on the job, which I never did.
Maggie was able to build skills with marketing, and that ended up leading her to become a multi-millionaire entrepreneur. Maggie was able to actually repeat her success and was still successful despite obstacles versus someone like Mina, who was given everything. Mina was able to build her business by taking advantage of insecure women and doing shady business practices. And she really does not come across as a businesswoman who knows what she's doing, i.e. her thumbnails where she couldn't bother to hire someone to make them, as she's making thousands of dollars from these courses where she sucks people dry like a leech. Maggie Murphy, whose time is actually valuable as a multi-millionaire, gives out her time to help people for free. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars to obtain basic information that's available in books. Don't be like that poor guy on Dr. K's show that spent $8,000 on dating gurus.
My very last session, like after 3 months, like skill wise, I didn't really improve that much. And he saw that, like I couldn't, like I was doing so pathetic, like trying to talk to, this girl on the video chat. I mean, it was like kind of like being fake, like, and after that, like after the chat, he was like trying to like get me on a sale to pay thousands of more dollars to continuous coaching. I was like, no.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah, very mad.
Therapy is a lot cheaper, and it's a lot more effective than this delusional dream sold to you by these snake oil salesmen. Thank you so much to my producers on Patreon who support me. These videos take a lot of time and research, so I appreciate it. Recently, I started posting subscriber-only stories on my Instagram, Saturday Supermodel, so that's another way to support me and get more content. It's been really fun posting on there, and I think I'm going to continue to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Reed Street Soap if you want to help support the content, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.